What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with a new video. First time I'm doing a list video. This is a new episode of the list where I'm going to talk about the entire top 50 WWE 50 greatest women. The show they put on this past week, I believe it started Monday all the way to Friday. 50 women, 50 to 1. I got the list in front of me. The WWE's top 50. A lot of these women, I would say, I don't know, at least five women. Or maybe 10. I don't agree were the greatest women in WWE. They had okay careers, but they shouldn't have been on the top 50. Now I'm going to give you my thoughts on WWE's 50 greatest women. Number 50 was Toni Storm. Almost got in an argument on Twitter with some guy from the UK. Didn't like it that I said Toni Storm should be way, way higher than 50. I said Toni Storm is a top 10 talent. And she is. Why'd I say that? Because it's fucking true. That's why. I don't care if she doesn't have a ton of accomplishments in WWE. She is a UK Women's Champion, former UK Women's Champion. She was also in the Mae Young Classic. She also won it. So, I mean, come on. She's had accomplishments, a lot more than some of the women that were below her. She was number 50, Toni Storm. Sable should have been above Toni Storm. Definitely. Caitlyn should have been above Toni Storm. They're not as good as Toni Storm. Now, I'm a mark. I'm a fanboy for Toni Storm, I will admit. But she's a great fucking worker. Her work should make her at least top 10 in my opinion. Because she is. She's a top 10 wrestler for the women's division. So Toni Storm, number 50. I get she's only been in WWE like 2 to 3 years. But still, she deserved a lot better than 50. Number 49, Caitlyn. She debuted, I guess, in the NXT women's season, and I never disliked Caitlyn. Never did not like her. I never loved her. I never really was a big fan. She was just there. I don't really care. She is a former Divas champion. She did have a good feud with AJ Lee, but Caitlyn, in my opinion, is not one of the top 50 greatest WWE women. She's not. She shouldn't even been on it. Again, I got nothing against her. But I don't see her, and I did not see her as a top 50 woman in WWE. Number 48. You're going to put Caitlyn as 49. You're going to put Caitlyn on the top 50, but not Katie Lee Burchill. Now, I get it. Katie Lee Burchill did not do much of anything. Not her fault. They didn't book her good. She never got opportunities. But she was in OVW doing very good shit. Katie Lee Burchill. She was in the first women's ladder match against Beth Phoenix in OVW. They showed some of that match in this top 50. So instead of Caitlyn, I would have put in Katie Lee Burchill because of what she did in OVW. And OVW, I know, is not WWE, but it was their developmental territory. Number 48, Kaylie Ray. She's the longest reigning women's champ, I believe, in wrestling today. Yeah, the pandemic did the shutdown in the UK, so she couldn't defend it. I'm sure a lot more than she would have. She went like, I don't know, 9 to 10, 11 months maybe, or I don't know, 8 months, 9 months without even wrestling and defending the title, but so what? That wasn't her fault that a fucking worldwide pandemic happened. Kaylie Ray's great. She's a great worker, great wrestler. I don't know how many fans in America and how many fans watching this top 50 that watched it on Peacock or the network. I don't know how many even watch NXT UK and care about Kaylie Ray. I do. I'm a fan of her. She should have been like at least number 40 or 45. I don't know. She could have been 35. She could have took Sable's spot. She is the longest reigning women's champion in wrestling today. Number 47, Sonja Deville. She should have been a lot higher. She should have took Sable's spot. But again, Sonja never had a title reign. Never won a big match, really. Actually lost a loser leaves WWE match. She has not done much winning. But in my opinion, she's a fucking superstar if they give her the opportunity. So Sonja, number 47, she didn't really have to be on the top 50. I don't think she's been around long enough and done enough to even be on it. I love Sonja, but she shouldn't have even been on it. Number 46, Shotzi fucking Blackheart. I love her. I'm a big fan of her. Shotzi deserves to be on it. Because unlike Sonja, she's been a NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. She was also in War Games. Sonja has not been in a War Games and has not been a champion. So, in my opinion, Shotzi Blackheart at 46 deserves to be there. I don't like who's under her. Shotzi should have been ahead of Kelly, not above her, because Shotzi's a great worker. I love her gimmick. I love her personality. Number 45, Kelly. I was never a fan of her in the ring. She's a very nice person outside of wrestling. She is, when she debuted, my God, when I looked at her, when I saw her on my TV in WWE, ZCW, I said to myself, holy fuck, she is smoking hot. Gorgeous girl. Kelly, gorgeous woman. But was not a very good wrestler. She did try. She did get better. She's a lot tougher than me because she actually made it in wrestling. Even though I never tried to make it. I could have, but I never did. I got heart issues and stuff, so life on the road and wrestling is not for me. I'm just happy being a passionate fan. Watching. So Kelly 45, she was a Divas champion, I think twice. I didn't care, but the best thing she did, she got caned by the Sandman, and she took it like a champ. That was pretty awesome. Respect to her for getting caned by the Sandman. I think it's 2006 that happened. Number 44, Candice Larae. I don't think she deserves to be on it. She's a great wrestler, great worker, very likable. I like Candice as a heel. I like her in the way. But she has no accomplishments, in my opinion, yet. She's not accomplished much of anything. She has had no title reigns, she did win War Games, I'll give her that. Team Candice won War Games. So that was a big win for her in her career. In the future, this year, I hope Candice In Indy, win the women's tag titles. Number 43, Nikki Cross. She deserves to be on the top 50 because she's had great matches with Asuka in NXT. She's had good tag matches on the main roster with Alexa Bliss. She's a two-time women's champion with Alexa. I like Nikki Cross. I'm a fan of her. She deserves to be on the top 50. Number 42, Layla. Not the best in the ring, but she did get better. She did really try hard. I loved Layla when I first saw her. I fell in love with her. I was like, holy fuck. She's gorgeous. She's smoking. I voted for her to win the Diva Search. She won. And she had a good WWE run. She was a women's champion. She was in Lay Cool. So, Layla, number 42, I got no problem with that. She shouldn't have been any lower or higher. 42 is perfect for Layla. Number 41, Ember Moon, NXT Women's Champion. She was a good NXT Women's Champion. She's a current Women's Tag Champion in NXT. Ember Moon, 41. Her best matches were not ever on the main roster. Ember had her best matches probably with Asuka and in NXT right now in a lot of tag matches. Number 40, Eve Torres. Again, when I first saw her debut, I was a big fan of her. She's smoking. My God, she was gorgeous. I voted for her to win the Diva Search. She did not win, but she got signed anyway, and she busted her fucking ass to get better and better as a wrestler. Former Divas champion. Eve Torres, very good. She was very good. She had a good WWE career. It was pretty short, but it was good. It was a lot better than Kaitlyn. Kaitlyn, again, should have not been on the top 50. And I said that about Sonja and Candice, but at least Candice won War Games, and Sonja's awesome. So number 40, Eve Torres. That's a good spot for her. I had no issue with it. Number 39, Lacy Evans. I'm a big fan of Lacy. She's gone and got herself knocked up. So she's not going to be back for well over probably, 12, 13, 14 months. I don't know. 10 months. I don't know. But Lacy, very good worker. Looks great. Can talk. Looks like a damn superstar. And she's great for the company. She's a great spokeswoman, role model for the company and young girls out there. So number 39, Lacey Evans. She was in the Mae Young Classic. She was also in NXT a while. And I was a big fan of her. She got better and better in the ring as her career went on. Number 38, Jazz. One of the only females in the original ECW that could actually work and wrestle. A hell of a worker. Jazz is tough as fuck. In the original ECW, she was fighting guys. And she's beating the fuck out of all the women they had too. Francine, Dawn Marie, Jasmine St. Clair. Jazz was the top woman worker in ECW. The others were valets. Number 38, Jazz, former women's champion, had a great feud with Trish and rivalry. 37, Maryse. I was a big fucking fan of Maryse. I was a big mark for her. I thought she was really good. She got better in the ring. Had a really long reign as Divas champion. Maryse, I'm cool with being on the top 50 at number 37. I would have probably put her in the 40s. Nia Jax, 36. What the fuck? She should have been 50. I wouldn't even put her on the top 50. I wouldn't have. She's not good in the ring. She's bad. She injures people. She's fucking boring. Her promos are boring. Her voice is annoying. I hate when she screams. I hate when she wrestles. I hate seeing her on my TV. Go away, Nia Jax. Go away. And please, WWE, get Shayna the fuck away from her. It's holding Shayna back and holding her down. I'm not going to say Nia Jax is not tough. She is. She tore both ACLs. But I just don't care to see her in WWE at all, or to get a push, or to be in any kind of spotlight. So Nia Jax, 36. You should have been 50. I want to even put you on the top 50, but this is WWE's top 50. 35, Bianca Bel-Air. She's never won a title. She is not won a really... Well, I take that back. She never won a title, but she did win a big fucking match. She won the 2021 Royal Rumble. Hopefully, she defeats Sasha at WrestleMania. That would be a huge win. And she'll become a champion. 35, Bianca. She's so damn good. Her gimmick, her persona, her personality. She's so likable. She's so fucking athletically gifted in the ring. I love Bianca. I would have put her at like, I don't know, 32 or something, or 30. But she's, her only accomplishment, but it's a big one, winning the Royal Rumble. 34, Carmella. I don't care if she's been a champion. How they gave her the title was just god-awful. It was absolute shit. Absolutely crap. Shit creative. I hated it. How Ellsworth got her the Money in the Bank and that stupid shit. And then she took on Asuka, and fucking Asuka couldn't even defeat her because of Ellsworth. That was ridiculous. Carmella, to me, is boring. I liked her in NXT. And with R-Truth was good too. The dance breaks, that was good. WWE should have kept Carmella as a valet for life. A valet, a manager forever. Not in the ring. She should be a valet and the manager of R-Truth forever. That's my opinion. Carmella, again, yes, she's a champion, a Money in the Bank winner, and she cashed in and won. Good for her. I don't care, I did not care. And I want to put her on the top 50. And how the fuck is Carmella above Toni Storm and Bianca? That is ridiculous. And that's a joke. I will say Carmella's a lot better than Nia Jax in the ring. If I had to pick one, I'd say Carmella over Nia Jax. 33, Gail Kim. I was shocked. When I saw them put Gail Kim on this, I was shocked. Because she's been outspoken. She bashes WWE a lot. She's bashed Triple H, Vince, and she has a right to. She thinks she was not booked right and discriminated against, I believe, because she's Asian. And she thinks and has spoken out that Vince and the company doesn't give a damn and doesn't know how to book Asians. And that is true, and it's also false. A lot of Asian talent, they have not booked good. But Asuka's been booked very good because of all her accomplishments. How can anybody say Asuka's been treated bad or not booked good? Because that would be a lie and not true. Asuka's been Money in the Bank, a first ever Royal Rumble winner, longest reigning NXT Women's Champion, undefeated streak for 523 days, or whatever the number is. Also, Asuka had championship matches at WrestleMania in the list goes on and on. SmackDown Women's Champion, Raw Women's Champion, two-time Women's Tag Champion. Asuka's done it all, just about, except main event of WrestleMania. So I will agree that Gail Kim was treated badly and booked like shit. But maybe, I don't know, maybe she should stop being so bitter and just get over it. I will say Nakamura has not been booked good at all, except for when he was in NXT. But I was shocked that WWE put Gail Kim on the top 50. Maybe that means in the future, next year, I don't know, 2 years away, they'll put her in the Hall of Fame. Even though I think she's only a one-time women's champion. But Gail Kim does deserve to be on the top 50 because in her debut on Raw in 2003, she won the Raw Women's title in her first fucking match in WWE. Not many others have done that except for Paige, I think. 32, Jacqueline. She's a very good worker, and she was fucking badass and tough as hell. Could beat up a lot of guys. Still could today. She fucking busted her ass. Jacqueline busted her fucking ass to get to WWE, and she's a former women's champion. She was in USWA way before she was in WCW, so again, Jacqueline has earned respect. She has my respect. She's got WWE's respect. She's a Hall of Famer. She's on the top 50. She was really good in WCW. She legit looked tough as hell. She came to WWF, feuded and with Sable, won the women's title, won it again, I believe. I forget off of who. I think it was 2000. I don't know. She's also a Cruiserweight champion. I almost forgot to mention that. The only woman in WWE to be Cruiserweight champion is Jacqueline. She defeated Chavo Guerrero in 2004. Number 30, again, Jacqueline, 32. 31, Kyrie Sane, the Pirate Princess. I loved her. I was a big fan of her. I loved it when she signed with NXT to go to NXT. I watched her matches before she was in WWE and Stardom. She was fucking good, and yes, she's very small and tiny, but holy fuck, she's tough as hell. She is so tough, a lot tougher than a lot of men wrestlers. She was so tough for her size. She would not quit in the ring. She would never lay down and just quit. Great worker. Kyrie Sane, great fucking worker, great wrestler. Remember that one of the best, also she has one of the best finishers. That insane elbow is fucking amazing. I loved it. A great finish because how she did it and how much fucking hang time she got. NXT Women's Champion, Mae Young Classic, the first Mae Young Classic winner. By the way, I hope they bring back the Mae Young Classic, or at least Evolution 2 at the end of this year. So 31, Kyrie Sane, former women's champion on the main roster. I will never forget when she did that insane elbow off the top and put Becky through a table. That was fucking insane. No pun intended. 31, Kyrie Sane. To me, she could have been number 25. She's that good. Or 20. She was around, I think, about 3 years before she decided to, I don't think she ever retired, but she walked away. She wanted to get married to her husband. So, number 30, Naomi. She definitely deserves to be on the top 50. She's been in WWE, I think, over 10 years. At least. Since like 09, 2008, 2010 since FCW. She was FCW Women's Champion. So Naomi has had a long WWE run. Long career. She's been injured, I think, at least like 3 or 4 times where she's missed a lot of time. She's a 2-time former SmackDown Women's Champion. I don't think they'll be pushing Naomi much anymore because she's basically done everything she could. I don't think they're going to push her again. She's stuck, sadly, as a mid-carder with Lana forever. Even if she gets away from Lana, maybe she should turn on Lana and join the Hurt Business. That's what I would do with her. But number 30, Naomi. Number 29, this one shocked me, kind of. I didn't even think of her when I was watching it. And I say it shocked me because this woman was only with WWE for like a year, maybe, not even a year. She just showed up on a few Raws and a few pay-per-views to work. I don't even think she had a contract and was a full-time employee. I doubt it. But she appeared in 94, 95, had a great feud, great series of matches with Medusa, Alundra Blaze, and WWF. Number 29, Bo Nakano. She definitely deserves it. Super tough, hard-hitting in the ring. Great worker for her size. She was a little bit bigger in 95 or 94. Now, I think I saw her like 2 to 3, I don't know how long ago it was, but I saw her a couple years ago at a wrestling indie show. Might have been Stardom. Not Stardom, Shimmer. But I saw Bo Nakano on a YouTube video. It's somewhere on YouTube. And she appeared at an indie show, and my God, she looks really attractive. Beautiful woman, gorgeous woman. She dropped a lot of weight, and she looks like she's about 25 years old, and she's like 40. I don't know how old she is. She might be like 50 by now. I don't know. But I'm going to look up her age. Bo Nakano, great worker, great wrestler. Sadly, I don't think she was WWE Women's Champion or WWF Women's Champion at the time. I don't think so. But let me look up some of her career. I got a picture of her. She's holding the WWF Women's title, so she must have been the Women's Champion. She had to be, because she took a photo shoot with the women's title. Here's a picture of her in like 95 or 94. She's a little bit bigger, a little thick, but that doesn't bother me. She definitely was not fat in 95. She just big boned it and was thick. Here's a picture of her, like, I don't know how old this is, but from a couple years ago. That's not her. I thought it was her. Picture of Mia Yim appeared next to Bo Nakano pictures, and I apologize. I thought Mia Yim was Bo Nakano. Let me try to get a picture of her. So here's a picture of her with Asuka. And she looks really good. Really good. A lot better. She does not look her age. She looks like 10, 15 years younger. There's Bo Nakano. My God, she got better looking somehow. She has aged very, very well. I guess she's on Twitter also. I forgot she's on Twitter. But Bo Nakano, here's another photo of her. Is again, she I guess took the healthy lifestyle, here she is again, next to her old self. Again, very attractive, beautiful woman. Let me look up her age now. She's 53 years old. Bo Nakano is 53 somehow. Holy crap. Yes, I would. Absolutely, I would hit that. And you would too. If you would say you won to your line. So anyways, I believe she is a golf career. Maybe she's a golfer. I don't know. She was trained by All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling. She retired in 97. I don't know if she's ever wrestled since 97. Maybe. She had to, I think, on the indies. I don't know. She retired, it says January 2012 she retired. So anyways, in 2017 she's at a Rise wrestling event where she showed up and Medusa's there. So she is a former WWF Women's Champion, is Bo Nakano. I don't know why I forgot that. Shame on me, but she is. So she definitely deserves to be on the top 50 WWE greatest women. She had a different look. That spiked hair, that face paint. She looked like a badass. She looked tough as hell. And she was. And she's a really great wrestler. And I'm sure a really nice person also. I've heard no wrestlers ever talk bad about her. And she also, I'm pretty sure, had no ego or anything. It was a shame that she wasn't in WWF a lot longer. I would have liked to see her there during the Attitude Era or after it. She could have worked with Trish, Jazz, Jacqueline, women like that. Or Bo Nakano, Molly Holly, that would have been good shit. Bo Nakano, Victoria, that would have been great. Bo Nakano, Trish, would have been good. Number 28, Ivory. She had a good WWE run. She was there pretty long. During the Attitude Era, she came in 99. She's there till like 2000, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 4. I'm not sure. But Ivory had a good run. I believe she's a former women's champion, I think. I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't have Ivory at 28. Very good wrestler. Great worker. Was also a part of the original Glow. Gorgeous Laser Wrestling in the 80s. But Ivory, I wouldn't put her at 28. She should have been like in the upper 30s or 40s. I will say Ivory should have been below Stephanie McMahon. I will say that. Stephanie shouldn't have been on the greatest women list. She's a great heel character. She got a ton of heat, but she was not a trained wrestler at all. I'm not saying Vince, her dad, was wrong for putting her on TV because she got a ton of heat and she got put in storylines, and she did deliver in storylines. She's also a SmackDown general manager, but I'll get to Stephanie in part 2. Number 27, Molina. For my liking, a little bit too low. She should have been in the 40s or 30s. I don't see Molina as 27. She was really good in the ring. Had a ton of athleticism. Thank you for doing those splits all the time. That was a great fucking entrance. But I would have put Molina like 38 or 37. I would have put Molina in Nia spot at 36 anyways. Number 26, the Bella Twins. They didn't deserve, in my opinion. I know they have fans, a lot of fans. Some of them, or I don't talk to their fans, but I will say the Bellas do not deserve hate and to be called the worst wrestlers ever, or to be like threatened online and shit like that. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve to be bashed by fans. They were there for 10 years. They were on the road busting their ass. I went to put them on the top 50, but WWE did. I actually like the Bellas on Total Divas and Total Bellas. They're likable. In wrestling, I didn't care for them. So, Bellas are